Hey everybody, Luke back once again, this time to break down everything we know about Evil Genius 2. This is the sequel to the wildly popular strategy game from 2004, and we got the release date, story, gameplay, and so much more that takes this classic game, ups it to a new level in 2021. Now we'll be breaking this all down and let you know everything you need to know about the game. But first, if you're new here, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We're just launching this new channel, and we would really appreciate your support because subscribing, hitting that thumbs up really helps to let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new about the world of video games with reviews, news, how-tos, and more. All right. Evil Genius came out in 2004, and it was very different for the time. Instead of just playing as the good guys, it was a strategy game where you played primarily the bad guys. There really wasn't an option to play the good guys, where some games would give you the option to play one or both sides. This game was all about being evil, conquering the world, taking it over, building your lair, and so much more. Evil Genius was a crazy fun game with a fun story, great visuals, and great music that really brought it all together into a classic that probably hasn't got the attention it deserves in today's day and age. Now though, that's all changing with a proper sequel, Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Alright, so let's take a look at everything we know about the new game, starting off with stories. Once again, you're back to take over the world. First though, you need a layer to do this. You need something to base your operations out of, and that's where Evil Genius spends a lot of its time in building up your dream lair, your evil castle where you can recruit minions, train them, launch crimes around the world, and eventually build your doomsday weapon to force the world to surrender to your greatness. Now, with this, it really jumps forward. There's a lot of more depth than the original game. Instead of just a very simple layer you build and use simple missions out there, they're really adding a lot of depth to the original game that makes this a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed the first game, you're going to be right at home here. The good news is you're not going to need to have played the first game if you want to learn more of this. So in your layer, you're going to have to build different types of rooms to train your minions, build their power up, spy around the world, find missions to do, and more. You're also going to need to secure it with traps to keep the forces of the forces of justice out of your evil lair, so they can't figure out what you're doing and stop you. There will be a lot of focus on this game on more storylines and depth. Instead of simply completing missions to get to the next part or to get maybe resources you need to build that secret base or the doomsday weapon, you're going to have to complete stories as you go through, and that's going to really change the way the gameplay it focuses. Instead of just a simple building where you build it one thing and you build the next and you build the next and you complete little missions so you get the resources to build, you're also going to have storylines you need to complete if you want to win this game compared to the first generation. This should make the game a whole lot more fun and more in depth. Alright, let's take a look at gameplay. With Evil Genius 2, you'll be able to pick from 4 different villains this time, including the original from the first game. Now, picking each villain will give you a different campaign, meaning there's going to be a lot of replay here. Not only do you pick your villain, you also get to pick your island. Again, that will alter how the game will play, bringing in even more replay. Where the first game was kind of thin on replay, the second game looks like it's going to be very deep with replayability. Also, instead of just being one level where you build your base out and goes horizontal, you're also going to be able to go vertical with multiple levels for your base, making your bases a lot more in depth, a lot larger than in the first game, adding more replayability as you design it. Alright, let's take a look at the henchmen. These super villains that are going to help you build up your army to go take over the world. This time you actually have to recruit them. Now in Evil Genius 2, it's a lot harder to get henchmen. They start off as their own little crime bosses in their own little area. Slowly you do crimes in their area, you get their attention, you woo them, you recruit them, and you can get up to 5 of them. So you're going to have to pick the right ones that fit your mission. Each henchman has their own story that'll help add a lot of depth to the game as you try to recruit them. After they join you, though, each team henchman has its own superpowers to help you make the game more interesting, help you complete the bigger picture of conquering the world. So pick the right henchmen, take your time, and recruit them. All right, no layer is complete without rooms. If you remember the first Evil Genius game, there was a ton of rooms out there to pick from, power plants, the command centers, the barracks, and more. They're all back with a lot more, and they're all a lot more in depth, a lot more fun. The graphics and the more as you brainwash your enemies to become your own spies are a lot of fun. So look for a lot of the classic rooms to come back and a whole lot more. But we need to keep the good guys, the bad guys out, right? So traps are an even bigger part of this game. As you build your base, you want to build traps in it to trick enemy into falling into your trap and being killed or captured, brainwashed, and sent back to spy on their former allies. These traps now include ones, classics and new ones like lasers, shark tanks, pinball bumpers, magnets, Venus spy plants, which will eat them, and so much more out there to help make the game a lot more fun. You also get the ability to try to disguise your evil lair. Build a casino in front of it. Hide your evil lair below the casino, for example, in a mountain, and so many other places. Evil Genius 2 looks like it will be a very deep, very fun, lighthearted strategy game to help you take over the world. At the same time, you're also just having a great time. Release date was originally set for 2020, but like all things in 2020, it seems like it was delayed. Now it's listed as March 30th, 2021 on Steam. Subject to change always, keep that in mind. But right now they're targeting March 30th, 2021, according to Steam. This will be a PC release on Steam at this time. So keep your eyes open as we will be posting updates as we learn more. The game is being developed by Rebellion and is listed as a similar strategy game. I'm very excited to get my hands on this. I really do enjoy it. It was listed as Best in Show and Best of E3, according to Game Informer and IGN. So the game has got some good early rewards. We'll see how it all plays out once we get our actual hands on it. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new about the world of gaming with reviews, news, how-tos, and so much more. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it as we grow this new channel into a great source for finding out about new games coming, games on the market, and so many more. So thanks for your support. We'll be back with another video real soon.